go. Good evening, Facebook. So sorry about that. We'll try that for a second time. Here we are now live, I hope, on Carradine's Cockney Sing-Along. Sorry for the delay. For those of you who understand, I've just gone live on the Carradine's Cockney Sing-Alongers page as a mistake. You see, we've had some technical issues even before then. So, good evening, Richard. Nice to see you. Nancy, nice to see you in. So grab your seats again. Sorry, apologies for that. A few technical issues, as I said. Hopefully you've got your songbooks, Carradine's Cockney Sing-Along.co.uk. Anyone who just joined me over on the Carradine's Cockney Sing-Alongers page where I started inadvertently, will know what song we're going to start with tonight. So grab your songbooks. And apologies if we're having a repeat of that, but we might as well do it, seeing as I'm not sure whether the birthday girl herself, Zara Crutchlow, is watching or was watching on the other one. So this first song, we're going to start a little bit differently to normal this week. We're going to start with Let's All Go Down the Strand, a classic music hall song made famous, written by Clarence Wainwright Murphy. We'll talk a little bit more about him later on. So this is a bit of Let's All Go Down to the Strand. Get your bananas out. Thank you for whoever pointed out we were on the wrong channel. The wonders of modern technology. Grab your songbooks, as I said. And we're going to start with this one again for the second time. Take two. Here we go. One night, half a dozen tourists met together in Trafalgar Square. A fortnight's tour on the continent was planned, and each had his portmanteau in his hand. Down the Rhine, they'd meant to have a picnic till Jones said, "I must decline. Boys, you'll be advised by me, stay away from Germany. What's the good of going down the Rhine? Let's all go down the Strand, have a banana. Let's all go down the Strand. I'll be leader, you can march behind. Come with me, see what we can find. Let's all go down the Strand,
Have a banana.
oh, what a happy band. That's the place of fun and noise, all amongst the girls and boys. So let's all go down the Strand. Second verse. One day, 25 convicts sat in 25 little cells. The bell then sounded ding-a-ding-a-dong. To exercise, the prisoners came along. Burglar Bill exclaimed to Jags the warder, "To me, sir, it's very strange. The men are tired of going round and round the same old ground. I propose we make a little change. Let's hear then. Let's all go down the Strand.
Have a banana.
Let's all go down the Strand.
Have a banana.
I'll be leader, you can march behind. Come with me, see what we can find. Let's all go down the Strand.
Have a banana.
Oh, what a happy band. That's the place for fun and noise, all amongst the girls and boys. So let's all go down the Strand. Last verse. Great crowds gathered round to welcome Shackleton returning from the pole. The Lord men welcomed all the gallant crew and said, "My lads, I've got a treat for you. Come with me, the mansion house awaits you. A banquet shall be supplied." But a tar in grumbling mood said, "We don't want any food." Then he turned to Shackleton and cried. What did he cry last time? Let's all go down the Strand.
Have a banana.
Let's all go down the Strand.
Have a banana.
I'll be leader, you can march behind. Come with me, see what we can find. Let's all go down the Strand.
Have a banana.
Oh, what a happy band. That's the place of fun and noise, all amongst the girls and boys. So let's all go down the Strand. Hey, there we go. Good evening, happy Thursday. Carradine's Cockney Sing-Along, as always, Thursday evening. I'm sorry for the slight technical issues at the top of the evening and starting a little late. We started late, but we started on the wrong page as well, so many apologies. Thank you so much for all of you joining us this evening. I hope you're all well, and it's a little bit hot here this evening. in the music room in Tunbridge. But hope you're all doing well. Of course, I have my wonderful wife, Faye, on comments, and my son, Andrew, doing some drawing over there as well. So Faye's been feverishly writing down, and it was Faye that pointed out to me that I was broadcasting on the wrong group. So thank you to Faye for that.
Oh, no, thank you to the people who tipped me off. It was more than once, so you are eagle-eyed indeed. Although I do have to say, Jane said that apparently John didn't want to have a banana stuck in his head all week. So when you first did it, he went to go and make some tea. Unfortunately, when he brought the tea back in, that's when you did it the second time.
Still doing the song.
Sorry, John.
Yes, we have our bananas. There we go. All around. So, thank you so much for joining us. Week 20 of Tom Carradine's Self-Isolation Sing-Along. Hope you're all doing well. For your birthdays and requests and things and shout-outs, as always this evening. Birthday shout-out to Liz Allen, who from Sarah Clark. She knows you as Aunt Oggy. So, yes, happy birthday for tomorrow. I wonder whether I've got any more birthdays on here, actually. We've got yes, Amanda Fuller's birthday. 44th birthday on the 31st. I've got a request for you, Amanda, coming up a little later on, but we'll get to there in a minute. And I think that's for birthdays this evening. If you've got any birthdays, pop them in the comments, and Faye will pass them on to me as well. I think Faye had some. You had some famous birthdays, didn't you?
Oh, I have. Let me get my relevant crib sheet out. So apparently, on this day in 1818, Emily Bronte was born.
There we go.
So that's a rather good one. 1947, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's now 73.
I'll be back.
But I think the one that made you go, ooh, was Francis de la Tour.
Oh, of course.
Born in 1944, so happy 76th birthday to you, Francis.
Francis
You've
de la
got
Tour,
a story about
who
her.
I did a production of Jesus My Boy, a play, a monologue that Tom Conti did years ago. I did it all back in the early 2000s at the Wheatsheaf Theatre in Coventry. But my costume I borrowed from the National Theatre costume store, and I wore Francis de la Tour's apron. There we go. If that's not a claim to fame, that's not a claim to fame, is it? There we go. So
I do have one more,
which
actually fits in with the whole idea of the sing-along and your music hall interest.
Oh, go on.
Was in 1923, Stella Moray, who was one of the artistes involved around the Players Theatre that had a mission to preserve and present Victoria Music Hall.
There we go.
She was born.
The Players Theatre too, still going, though of course not no longer permanently underneath the arches. But they perform. Two companies, they split a few years ago, but yeah, still keeping shows going regularly at the Underneath the Arches on Villiers Street, and also at the Museum of Comedy as well up in Bloomsbury. If you get a chance to support either of the companies performing wonderful music hall, then do. I know we might have some members of the British Music Hall Society watching this evening. Hello to you. Thank you for all the wonderful work that you do, and. Yeah, there we go. Well,
I've had another birthday.
Oh, go on, another birthday.
John Jessup, who was his birthday yesterday.
John,
so
happy birthday. So, John and Liz, this goes out to you. Aunt Oggy, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Liz and John. Happy birthday to you. Oh, and Amanda too. Don't worry, Amanda, you're getting a song later on. So there we go. Hope you're all well. Just looking down on my list, we've had some requests this week. A few requests we're going to get round to. This one that was actually a request that came out of a request from Heather Crosskey. Hi, Heather. Hope you're doing well. Member of the CAA, the Concert Artists Association, of which I'm a proud member. Of course, they're closed at the moment. Hopefully, we'll be back there soon, fingers crossed. But she suggested Lionel Jeffries is always overlooked in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. So whether we could sing Port Out Starboard Home Posh from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Well, I'm going to do even better than that. We're going to sing a little medley from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. So this is on page 3 of your songbooks. Page 3 of your songbooks. A little selection of songs from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Here we go. A gentle breeze from Hushabye Mountain softly blows a lullaby bay. It fills the sails of boats that are waiting to sail your worries away. Takes you back to childhood, doesn't it? It isn't far to Hushabye Mountain, and your boat waits down by the quay. The winds of night so softly are sighing, soon they will fly your troubles to sea. So close your eyes on Hushabye Mountain, wave goodbye to cares of the day, and watch your boat from Hushabye Mountain sail far away from Lullaby Bay. Where are we going? Truly scrumptious, you're truly, truly. Remember this one? Scrumptious as a cherry peach parfait. When you're near us, it's so delicious. Honest, truly, you're the answer to our wishes. Truly scrumptious, though we may seem presumptuous. Never, never, ever go away. Our hearts beat so unruly because we love you truly. Honest, truly we do. What do you see, you people gazing at me? You see a doll on a music box that's wound by a key. How can you tell? I'm under a spell. I'm waiting for love's first kiss. You cannot see how much I long to be free, turning around on the music box that's wound by the key. Yearning, yearning, while I'm turning around and around. How about this one? You're my little choo-choo face, my coochie-woochie choo-choo little choo-choo face. Every time I look at you, I sigh. You're my little teddy bear, my lovey-dovey, lovey little teddy bear. You're the apple strudel of my eye. Your choochie-woochie nose, your coochie-choochie eyes, they set my heart aflutter. Your coochie-choochie ways, your oochie-coochie gaze, wheels me down like melted butter. You're my little choochie face, and you're my teddy bear. Together we're a coochie-woochie, oochie-choochie pair. What a load of nonsense. How about this one? Toot, sweets, toot, sweets, the candies you whistle, the whistles you eat. Toot, sweets, toot, sweets, the eatable, tweetable treats. You know this one? Toot, sweets, toot, sweets, the toot of the flute with the favour of fruit. Toot, sweets, toot, sweets, no longer need candy be mutes. For Heather Crosskey. Posh travelling life, the travelling life for me. First cabin and captain's table, regal company. Whenever I'm bored, I travel abroad, but ever so properly. Port out, starboard out, posh with a capital P-O-S-H, posh. Well, the hands that hold the sceptre, every head that holds the crown, I always give their all for me, they never let me down. I'm on my way too far away, ta-ta and toodaloo. Fare thee well and bon voyage, arrivederci too. Oh, the posh, posh, travelling life, the travelling life for me. First cabin in captain's table, regal company. Whenever I'm bored, I travel abroad, but ever so properly. Port out, starboard up, posh with a capital P. There we go. Do we know the verse for this one? A gentleman's got a walking stick, a seaman's got a gaff, and the merry men of Robin Hood, they use a quarterstaff. On the Spanish plains, inside their canes, they hide their ruddy swords. But what we do with an old bamboo makes everyone applaud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, me old bamboo, you better never bother me old bamboo. You can have me out on me bumbershoot, but you never bother the old bamboo. You do know, of course, that bumbershoot is is an old English word for an umbrella. There we go. You learn something every day. Oh, me old bamboo, you better never bother with the old bamboo. You can have me out on me bumper shoot, but you better never bother with the old bamboo. Well, of course, the title song from this one. Better not take it too fast. Pop your teeth in for this one. All the way through that, I'm really, really sorry. I forgot to re-mention the birthday girl that we sang Let's All Go Down the Strand for. Zara Crutchlow, happy 6th birthday for tomorrow. Many, many happy returns. And of course, Let's All Go Down the Strand was for you this evening, the Banana Song. There we go. And you've been allowed to stay up and watch the sing-along this evening, so happy, happy birthday. Hope you have a fantastic one tomorrow. There we go, a little bit of Chitty Bang Bang. That came up, as I said, a request from Heather Krosky for Posh. Also, we chatted about it a little in the post-show chat in Caroline's Cockney Sing-Alongers group last week. Because we were talking actually about the comparisons between Mary Poppins and Chitty Bang Bang. Of course, both written, of course, by the Sherman brothers. Richard and Robert Sherman, so there's lots of similarities between songs. Not saying that they didn't write any new songs, but you know what I mean. Things like "Hushabye Mountain" sound suspiciously like "Chim Chimney, Chim Chimney, Chim Chim Chiree," and "Toot sweets, toot sweets, let's go fly a kite up." I mean, they're both waltzes, I know, but there are lots of similarities like that. And also, one we spotted as well was Chitty Bang Bang and Supercalifragilistic that you can sing as a simultaneous quodlibet, which is 2 songs that fit over the same chord sequence. So we're going to attempt this. Faye, on what are you singing? Supercalifragilistic. If you want to try this at home, if you've got spit up, you can spit down the middle. If you've got someone that you're singing along with at home, then let's give it a try. So it's going to be Supercala and OU at exactly the same point. When I go 1, 2, 3, 4, OU, all start on the same. Are we ready? Here we go. Best of luck. You may need it. I'll count you in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Supercalifragilistic,
bang bang, chittity bang bang, we love you.
Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious.
Bang bang, chittity bang bang, a fine for Fendi Glen. Bang bang, chittity bang bang, a fine for Fendi. Supercalifragilistic, fine for Fendi, chittity friend. There we go, bizarre. They fit over the same chord sequence. So there we go. Geniuses at work. Geniuses at work, the Sherman brothers. So, of course, as I said, Posh for Heather Krosky. Hope you're doing very, very well, Heather. And a shout-out for, of course, the wonderful Lionel Jeffries, who was talent as a singer, Heather said, was sadly overlooked. And, of course, you remember Dick Van Dyke and Sally Ann Howes from that film, but not necessarily the wonderful Lionel Jeffries. So, yeah, as I mentioned, we had a chat in the Caroline's Cockney Sing-Alongers group, a post-show last week. If you fancy joining us for that, once we put Andrew to bed after the sing-along this evening, once we try and put Andrew to bed, Faye and I will come on for a very brief chat, because I'm absolutely knackered today, for a little bit of a debrief and a chat afterwards. And again, so if you're a fan of what I do, then you can join us, Caroline's Cockney Sing-Alongers. Have a look for the group. Someone can post it in the comments as well and come along and join us over there. Of course, if you like what I do at Caroline's Cockney Sing-Along, you can go to my website and buy my albums, my 2 albums. Also, you can buy, we still have in stock some of these wonderful, I carried on with this backwards for you, I know. Carried on with Caroline's Cockney Sing-Along, self-isolation sing-along. There we go. The tea towels available there on through the website. You can do that. And slight problems with my tip jar this evening. I'm having to do that through PayPal. I've had problems with the Squarespace donate button. So thank you so much for all of you who have donated to that. Tricky to find those at the moment. But thank you so much. Your support is much, much appreciated.
I don't know if we have any left, but we might get another order of mugs.
Thank you, Andrew, for reminding me. We do have an order of mugs coming. They are currently in the post, somewhere between Ireland and here. So watch out. Those will be dropping very, very soon. And I shall let the Caroline's Cockney Sing-Alongers group know as soon as they come online as well. So there we go. Now, another request. This one came from Bob Beer. He requested... now, I've done this before. I've done We'll Gather Lilacs before. But this one was a request for a duet version, which was sung in the wartime, in the Second World War, by Webster Booth and Anne Ziegler. So Faye's coming back to the mic. Yay! So let me see if I can...
You're saying that now.
Hey,
We've not sung it
I'm going
yet.
to just move this up slightly, so hopefully you can see Faye's head. That'll help.
No, probably.
There we go. That's better. There we go.
Hello.
So
Got my note, mid dots.
Here we go. This is a little bit of We'll Gather Lilacs. You have got song lyrics to do. If you want to join in on this, page 2 of your songbooks. I think Andrew's going to look over the comments while this is coming in.
I might put some comments down on my piece.
Andrew's going to write some comments down as well. Here we go then. A little bit of We'll Gather Lilacs, but as sung by the wonderful Webster Booth and Anne Ziegler in the Second World War. Here goes. This is a wonderful bit of Ivor Novello for you. We'll gather lilacs in the spring again and walk together down an English lane until our hearts have learned to sing again when you come home once more.
And in the evening by the starlight's glow, you'll hold me close and never let me go. Your eyes will tell me all I want
to know you are home once more.
Although you're far away and life is sad and grey, I have a scheme, a dream to try.
I'm thinking, dear, of you and all I mean to do when we're together, you and I.
We'll soon forget our care and pain and find such
lovely things to share again. We'll gather lilacs in the spring again and walk together down an English lane until our hearts have learned to sing again when you come home once more.
And in the evening by the
And in the evening by the
you'll hold
firelight,
me close
you'll
and
hold me
never
close and never let me go.
Your eyes will
Your
tell me
eyes
all
will
I
tell
want
all I want to know when you come home once more. We'll gather lilacs in the spring once more. Yay! Faye Caroline, there we go, as Anne Ziegler, and me giving my best Webster Booth there for you. My word, beautiful. We've been stressing about that this week, so yeah, wonderful, honey. We did it!
Yay!
Yay!
High five. Thank you.
God, that was a really limp high five. Let's have a proper one.
Oh, sorry, no, it's just that.
There we go.
Ah,
That's better.
oh,
There we go.
blimey heck, yeah.
Now I'm going to move this back down again.
Oh, I got some comments.
Oh, go on, Andrew. What comments do we have?
So Karen Hancock.
Yep.
Hi Andrew, what drawings have you done?
So no comments about us. More about Andrew's
There's another
drawing.
one. Michelle Poppins.
Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
Michael, yeah,
I got it.
says,
Yay, Faye.
oh, brilliant.
And then Chris Scotton says.
Said a good evening. Well, hello, hello,
Good
Chris.
evening, Faye. Oh, I
Ah.
forgot to write that down.
There we go. Brilliant. Oh, my word. There we go. Andrew working on the
Thank
comments
you
as
for
well.
the
Thank you
comments,
so much,
Andrew.
Andrew. And thank you so much for all the comments and reactions and stuff coming in. Of course, if you're enjoying what I'm doing, as always, on a Thursday evening, please. Oh, I've just realised. This is, you can see my wash hanging up. No, well, not my washing, my clothes on the...
Welcome to
welcome-
my video
Welcome to
conferencing
Faye's
live.
video conferencing live. There we go. So there we go for Bob Beer, a lovely little bit of We'll Gather Lilacs. Hope you enjoyed that one. Now, as you know, I tend to kind of trawl the depth for some weird comedy songs for you every Thursday as well. And huge thank you actually to Richard Lewis. I'm really sorry, Richard, I haven't responded to your email. Richard was very kind to send me this week. We were talking about the Wurzels last week. And talking about their funny songs, Combine Harvester and all that. But he sent me over the dots to a wonderful song called The Market Gardener, which I'm going to definitely learn, but I haven't had a chance to learn it this week. So watch this space, a very funny song. But this request came in this song came in from Ken Ralph. A dedication for Jacqueline H. Ken put me onto this one. It's a Clinton Ford song. I heard it before, but I didn't have it as part of my repertoire, so I've learnt it. This is a 1923 song called When It's Nighttime in Italy, It's Wednesday Over Here. Originally an American song, a kind of American college kind of song, a vaudeville song, I suppose. And actually the original version talks about, in the chorus, talks about two very famous American vaudeville performers called not Gertrude. Oh, I can't remember. I haven't got it on my dots here. But yeah, so it's a very American song. But Clinton Ford released it in the 1960s with some slightly more anglicised lyrics and a few name checks for any locations. So if you've got anyone who lives in these locations that we name check in this song, then give us a wave or a shout out in the comments. This is called When It's Nighttime in Italy, It's Wednesday Over Here. Page 8 in your songbooks. Page 8. And Ken said it gives memories of my dad playing Clinton Ford's nonsense songs, which made Jacqueline laugh. So there we go. For Ken Ralph, when it's nighttime in Italy, it's Wednesday over here. The verse goes like this. Rah, 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 college boy threw all his books away. He said, I've lost my appetite, my hair is turning grey. I know my Greek and history, and Latin is a pie. But if east is east and west is west, then won't you tell me why? When it's nighttime in Italy, it's Wednesday over here. Why do onions in Sicily make people cry in California? Why does a fly? How does a bee? How does a wasp sit down to have its tea? If you talk to an Eskimo, his breath will freeze your ear. When it's nighttime in Italy and it's Wednesday over here. Complete nonsense. Second verse. When it's nighttime in Italy, it's Wednesday over here. When it's fish day in Birmingham, in Oldham they eat tripe and trotters. How high is up? I'd like to know. How low is down? And when shall we have snow? If it's Christmas in Palestine, we shan't have our New Year till it's nighttime in Italy and it's Wednesday over there. When it's nighttime in Italy, it's Wednesday over here. When bananas are oranges and pubs are owned by Barbara Castle, we'll have a drink, we'll be convinced, we'll have no fear of ever getting pinched, and to go on our holidays and dive off Wigan Pier. When it's nighttime in Italy and it's Wednesday over here. When it's nighttime in Italy and it's Wednesday over here. What a load of nonsense. There we go, Ken. Thank you so much for putting me onto that. A cheeky little bit of Clinton Ford, the wonderful Clinton Ford. So, looking over to Faye for some comments.
I do have a shout out.
Yes.
Happy 47th wedding anniversary to Ginger and Frank in Bidborough.
Hey!
From Sam Clark. So, yeah, happy 47 years.
Wow, just on the ridge, just over there. We can probably see you, giving you a wave. There we go.
That's fabulous. And there's been a couple of comments. Gillian Perry says your moustache is looking on point.
Oh, thank you.
There has been a comment that there is suspicion that I, like Delilah, have been trimming it while you've been asleep. But also, yeah, there's comments on a nice waistcoat.
Thank you.
So yeah. On this hot day,
on this
with
very, very
all
hot
those
day.
layers of clothes.
Oh, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. So, well, there we go. Fantastic. Huge shout out. We've got some anniversaries as well this evening. Anniversary. Jane and John Walton. Jane, hi, nice to see you. And John, 35th wedding anniversary on the 3rd of August. So she's requested. We've got a little bit of a theme for flowery songs today because We'll Gather Lilacs, and we're going to have this one now. The Summertime Is Coming. You might know it's Wild Mountain Time. Little blast of this song for Jane and John. Here we go. A lovely little bit of Scotland there for Jane and John. Many congratulations on your 35th wedding anniversary. great job. So there we go. More requests coming in. As I said, Amanda Fuller's 44th birthday. I shouldn't really mention age, should I? On the 31st. So what's that? That's tomorrow then, Amanda. Congratulations. I remember a joyous evening playing for Amanda's 40th birthday. Was that really 4 years ago? Wonderful party. And that shout out comes from Amanda's mum, Leslie. There we go. Amanda and the family, great to see you. Thanks for joining us this evening. Now, one of Amanda's favourite songs is the wonderful Noel Coward's London Pride. Now, talking about flower songs, we had Lilacs, we had Wild Mountain Time. Also, this one, London Pride, written, I've said before on the sing-alongs, written about the flower called London Pride, Saxifraga erbium in the Latin name. But yes, written about London. And written in the Blitz, Noel Coward wrote it the morning after a very heavy Blitz on London. And he was sitting on the platform at Paddington Station and saw the flower growing up in the crevices in the pavement. And he was inspired to write this song. Now, also in sticking two fingers up to the Germans, as I always say, he stole the opening notes of the German national anthem to write the tune for this. But also, I'm not sure whether I mentioned this last time, actually that little tune is actually an old English folk song, because you probably know it from "Who will buy my sweet red roses, 2 blooms for a penny." It's an old London street cry, which was stolen again by Lionel Bart for Oliver, "Who will buy my sweet red roses." But it is originally an old English folk tune, and Noel Coward chose it to write the beautiful lyrics for this. Beautiful tune for this, sorry. Page 6 in your songbooks. We're going to do the whole thing. It's such a beautiful song. So let's hear you singing out loud and proud. London Pride has been handed down to us. London Pride is a flower that's free. London Pride means our own dear town to us, and our pride it forever will be. Whoa, Liza, see the Costa barrows, vegetable marrows and the fruit piled high. Whoa, Liza, little London sparrows, Covent Garden Market, where the costers cry. Cockney feet mark the beat of history, every street pins a memory down. Nothing ever can quite replace the grace of London town. There's a little city flower, every spring unfailing, growing in some crevices by some London railing. Though it has a Latin name in town and countryside, we in England call it London Pride. London Pride has been handed down to us. London Pride is a flower that's free. London Pride means our own dear town to us, and our pride it forever will be. Hey, lady, when the day is dawning, see the policeman yawning on his lonely beat. Gay lady, Mayfair in the morning, hear the footsteps echo in the empty street. Early rain and the pavements glistening, old Park Lane in a shimmering gown. Nothing ever could break or harm the charm of London town. In our city darkened now, street and square and crescent, we can feel our living past in our shadowed present. Ghosts beside the starlit Thames who lived and loved and died. Keep throughout the ages London Pride. Let's see you then at home. London Pride has been handed down to us. London Pride is a flower that's free. London Pride means our own dear town to us, and our pride it forever will be. Grey city, stubbornly implanted, taken so for granted for 1,000 years. Stay city, smokily enchanted, cradle of our memories, of our hopes and fears. Every blitz your resistance toughening, from the Ritz to the Anchor and Crown. Nothing ever could override the pride of London town. bit of London Pride, Noel Coward's wonderful London Pride. For any of you Londoners out there watching and listening this evening on Facebook. Any comments and stuff coming in, Faye?
I think you might have stunned people, to be honest.
Oh, why?
And, well, no, just maybe with the beauty of your music. We did have. Oh, do you know what? I didn't write it down. Oh, Heather Mitchell was saying that they've got London Pride in the garden in Moray, although she's a Londoner. So
wonderful.
nice to take a little bit of
London with you. That's great.
So that's gorgeous. We've got a description of London Pride. It's a perennial garden flowering plant. Alternative names include St Patrick's cabbage.
Oh.
Prattling parnel and Look Up and Kiss Me.
Oh,
Before
my word.
1700, the London Pride appellation was given to the Sweet William.
Oh.
So, yeah, history there. Horticultural history.
Horticultural history. There
Thank
we go.
you very much, Jane, for that.
My word. You learn something new every day, don't you? Especially on Caradine's Cockney Sing-Along every Thursday. I've got a shout-out here that came in from Facebook, actually. Vera and Eve, a shout-out to you from Lynn and Pat. Lynn and Pat are giving Vera and Eve a big wave, saying hello. Thank you so much for joining us. One of the things I love about the sing-along is the kind of community that we've created here, including Andrew with a very squeaky chair back here. We've created this wonderful community, see you chatting to each other in the comments, and also, as I said, joining us on the Caradine's Cockney Sing-Alongers page to chat away there and share your passion, as I do, for these wonderful songs and the memories that come with those and the collective nostalgia we have for all these wonderful songs, irrespective of where we know them from, be that school, be that from our parents or our grandparents that sang them to us. I'm going to get onto a little bit more of that. You got something?
I've just got another birthday.
Oh, go on, another birthday.
It was Keely's birthday last Tuesday, so Adina Draper says, happy birthday to you,
Keely. There we go. So, talking about collective nostalgia for these, I'm a big fan of Flanagan and Allen, a wonderful comedy duo from the 1940s. Page 5 in your songbooks, this is a little Flanagan and Allen medley. I haven't done this for a few weeks, so I thought you might enjoy this one. Page 5. Toodaloo-ma-loo-ma, toodaloo-ma-loo-ma, toodle-lie. Any umbrellas to mend today? Bring your parasol, it may be small, it may be big. He repairs them all with what they call a thingamajig. Pitter-patter, pitter-pitter-patter, pitter, it looks like rain. Let it pitter-patter, let it pitter-patter, don't mind the rain. He'll mend your umbrella, then go on his way, singing toodaloo-ma-loo-ma, toodle-ay, toodaloo-ma-loo-ma, toodle-ay. Any umbrellas to fix today? How about this one? Shine on, harvest moon, up in the sky. I ain't had no loving since January, February, June or July. It's no time, ain't no time to stay outdoors and spoon. So shine on, harvest moon, for me and my gal. Well, perhaps one of the Flanagan and Allen's greatest hits was this one. Let's hear you. Underneath the arches, we dream our dreams away. Underneath the arches, on cobblestones we lay. Every night you'll find us tired out and warm, happy when the daylight comes creeping, doing what? Heralding the dawn, sleeping when it's raining and sleeping when it's fine. I hear the trains rattle by above. Pavement is my pillow, no matter where we stray. Underneath the arches, we dream our dreams away. Last one of my favourites. Strolling, just strolling in the cool of the evening air. I don't envy the rich in their automobiles, for a motor car is phony. I'd rather have Shanks's pony when I'm strolling, just strolling. Light of the moon above. Every night I go out stolen with the one I love. Hey, there we go. To finish off that little Flanagan and Alan medley, a lovely little bit of Ralph Reeder for those in the know. Ralph Reeder. Actually, he was up on my wall over here. People were asking me a while about who the pictures on my wall were. That's wonderful Ralph Reeder over there. Signed picture, not signed to me, unfortunately. I never had the joy to meet Ralph, but lots of my friends did. Of course, I was involved in Scout gang shows as a kid, and that's where I learned a lot of these songs from, singing them, learning them in Coventry Scout gang show back in the 1990s, I suppose, and early 2000s. So huge shout out to any friends watching from Coventry, and of course from Coventry Scout gang show. As I said, that's where I learned a lot of these songs, and started to learn about the stories about these wonderful songs. Ralph wrote some fantastic material, specifically for the Scout gang shows, which have been performed since the 1930s, really, when he started them in London. Now, on that note, I have got a shout out to from Alex Jenkins for all the National Scout and Guide Concert Band and Symphony Orchestra. I'll say that again. The National Scout and Guide Concert Band and Symphony Orchestra. That's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? But a wonderful selection of young scouts and guides who have been away on summer camp this year. And they've, but during lockdown, they've managed to put together a wonderful recording of a little medley of Ralph's songs. I urge you to have a look at it. I'll post it on the Caroline's Company sing-along page. It's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. They created a lockdown orchestra and played The Gang's All Here. And apparently they were due to meet up this week learning new pieces and for concerts around Stourbridge and Birmingham. So unfortunately, due to COVID, that's been put back until next year. So a real disappointment there. So huge shout out to the National Scout and Guide Concert Band and Symphony Orchestra. And I've had a request for some. Actually, I had a request last week for our other gang show songs. So I thought we should really have a gang show song for you. We're going to give you a little bit of we're riding along on the crest of a wave. If you don't know the verse for this, I'm going to sing the verse, but you're going to sing the chorus as well. So it goes like this. All hands aboard, boys, all hands aboard, boys. The ship is calling for more. We're getting ready now for a steady pull away from the home shore. We're off to find adventure anyhow, because we know that now we're riding along on the crest of a wave and the sun is in the sky. All our eyes on the distant horizon, look out for passers-by. We'll do the hailing when other ships are out a-sailing. We're riding along on the crest of a wave and the world is ours. Last time, we're riding along on the crest of a wave and the sun is in the sky. All our eyes on the distant horizon, look out for passers-by. We'll do the hailing when other ships are out a-sailing. We're riding along on the crest of a wave and the world is ours. There we go, a lovely little bit of gang show nostalgia for all those out there. And any of the scouts who should be continuing your scouting activities and summer camps and things. So a huge shout out there from Alex Jenkins to all you guys. And of course my son Andrew on spoons there. He's been moaning at me to do Roll Out the Barrel for the last few weeks, but we haven't done it. So he wanted an opportunity to do the spoon. So there we go. Andrew on spoons there. Beautifully done. So now where are we going? Oh, here we go. Here's another little fascinating thing. We had a request from Stephen Bow for Has Anybody Here Seen Kelly? Now this was another song written by Clarence Wainwright Murphy, who we sang Let's All Go Down the Strand at the top of the evening this evening for Zara Crutchlow. Let's All Go Down the...
for some people.
Twice for some people, indeed, if you caught me on the other channel as well. He wrote... he was a real kind of... a real exponent of music hall songs in the latter part of the 1800s and then at the turn of the century too. And he wrote Has Anybody Here Seen Kelly, which was a huge hit for Florrie Ford. As I've said before, Florrie Ford, a wonderful Australian music hall performer who came over here to make her fortune, and but ended up touring the world. She went back to Australia and she performed over in the States as well. And this is one of the songs that she made famous. Now, there are 2 versions of this. The original version, which Clarence Wainwright Murphy wrote with Will Letters, and also an American version, which William J. McKenna wrote, a kind of adapted lyric. So hopefully you can join in with this. This also goes out to all of my fans who are on the Isle of Man, giving a shout out and a wave to all my fans on the Isle of Man who are watching. Because, of course, Florrie Ford was a huge fan of the Isle of Man, and she performed there regularly, I think every year, I suppose, in the latter part of her career. And I think she had a house over there as well. There was a real connection with Florrie Ford and the Isle of Man. And so there are 2 different versions, and you've got both versions in your songbooks to sing along with as well. Page 7 in your songbooks. Now, I think you've got... where's the songbook? I haven't got the songbook here. I wanted to find out where this... oh, no, I can't find it now. There we go. Which one's first? There we go. Oh, here we go. So we've got Kelly and his sweetheart. We've got the Isle of Man version first. So in your songbook. So page 7 in your songbooks. A little bit of Has Anybody Here Seen Kelly for Stephen Bow and anybody out there in the Isle of Man. Also, the American version to any of you guys watching in the States. I know we've got a lot of people tuning in from the States. So huge shout out to you guys over there. And it goes a bit like this. Kelly and his sweetheart were a very pleasant smile, and sent upon a holiday and went from Mona's Isle. They landed safe in London, but alas it's sad to say, for Kelly lost his little girl up Piccadilly way. She searched for him in vain and then of course began to fret, and this is a appeal she made for everyone she met. Has anybody here seen Kelly? Kelly. Has anybody here seen Kelly? Find him if you can. He's bad as old Antonio, left me on my own-y-o. Has anybody here seen Kelly? Kelly from the Isle of Man. One more time. Has anybody here seen Kelly? Kelly. Has anybody here seen Kelly? Find him if you can. Sure he's bad as old Antonio, left me on my own-y-o. Has anybody here seen Kelly? Kelly from the Isle of Man. And of course we have the American version for all my American viewers. It was popular to have Irish acts portrayed in vaudeville, and the kind of typical Irishman. And that's what they were playing on with this one. It goes like this. Michael Kelly with his sweetheart came from County Cork, and bent upon a holiday they landed in New York. They strolled around to see the sights, alas it's sad to say, poor Kelly lost his little girl upon the Great White Way. She walked uptown from Herald Square to 42nd Street. The traffic stopped as she cried to the copper on the beat. Has anybody here seen Kelly? Kelly. Has anybody here seen Kelly? Have you seen him smile? Sure his hair is red, his eyes are blue, and he's Irish through and through. Has anybody here seen Kelly? Kelly from the Emerald Isle. Last time. Has anybody here seen Kelly? Kelly. Has anybody here seen Kelly? Have you seen him smile? Sure his hair is red, his eyes are blue, and he's Irish through and through. Has anybody here seen Kelly? Kelly from the Emerald Isle. There we go, a little bit of Florrie Ford for you all. And a little bit, that was for Stephen Bow, and of course all my fans on the Isle of Man. Huge shout out to you. Now, we loads more requests. We're coming towards the end of the evening. As we started a little late, I hope you don't mind if I overrun just a little to squeeze in all these requests I've got. We had a request for another little bit of Florrie Ford. This is from Wendy Hollis and goes out to Steve Fielding. Joshua, Joshua, why don't you call and see Mama? She'll be pleased to know you are my best beau. Joshua, Joshua, nicer than lemon squash you are. Yes, by gosh you are, Joshua. And this one goes out to Ben Hall. Jimmy was a soldier brave and bold. Katie was a maid with hair of gold. Like an act of fate, Kate was standing at the gate, watching all the boys' undress parade. Jimmy thought he'd like to take a chance. His heart did a sort of song and dance, step into a tune all about the silvery moon. Jimmy followed up his first advance. You know the chorus? Katie, beautiful Katie, you're the only girl that I adore. When the moon shines over the cowshed, I'll be waiting at the kitchen door. This one goes out to Liz Allen. Your birthday tomorrow, bit of Chazan Day for you. From Sarah Clark to your Aunt Oggy. Well, I built my life around you, did what I thought was right. You never cared about it, now I've seen the light. Oh, darling, bit of Chazan Day, there ain't no pleasing you. You seem to think that everything I ever did was wrong. You wouldn't run out along. Oh, darling, there ain't no pleasing you. You only had to say the word, and you knew I'd do it. You had me where you wanted me, but you went and blew it. Now everything I've ever done was only done for you, but now you can go and do just what I want to do. I'm telling you that I ain't gonna be made to look a fool no more. You've done it once too often, what do you take me for? Oh darling, I'm leaving, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh darling, I'm leaving, that's what I'm gonna do. There we go, a little bit of Chaz and Dave there for Liz Allen. Happy birthday for tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining in and singing along this evening. As I said, many apologies for the technical issues at the top of the evening and going live on the wrong channel. But hey, these things happen. It's live. I was going to say it's live theatre. It's not. Well, it's live in your own homes. And thank you so much for joining me as always this evening. Huge over to Faye for some final comments, maybe if there's anything.
No, actually, people have just been enjoying the music and talking to each other.
Either that or they've fallen asleep.
Or you're not loud enough, yeah.
There we go. Thank you so much for joining in. And of course, thank you to Andrew for the spoons. And Andrew's been doing some drawing as well.
No, I've not been
No drawings to show?
I'm
Okay.
doing a magnet trick.
Oh, Andrew's been practicing magnet
He's
tricks.
been playing with magnets. And his Lego little box thing.
Lego puzzle boxes. That's been this week's thing. Huge shout out to Marcus, my technical bod, who's sorting out all the back end as well. So thank you so much, Marcus. Hope you guys can join us again next week, Thursday night. Now, which will be the last week for. Well, I'm taking a week off after that for holiday that following week. But also, we've got a very exciting thing coming the last Thursday of August, just confirmed today. We're going to be going out on tour with the Thursday night sing-along. I'm afraid it's still not going to be in a pub, I'm afraid, but I will be going over to Southend to the wonderful Piano Pavilion. My good friend Adam Ramett, who runs Piano Pavilion over there, has said we can come and play his pianos for the evening. So, yeah, we're going to go live at 8:30, as usual, on the 27th of August. I think it's the 27th. From Piano Pavilion in Southend.
So we are back as usual.
But we
so
are back as usual.
We're here next week. We're off for 1 week, but then we're back.
Then we're back for another week before Piano Pavilion as well.
Andrew's quite excited about going camping.
I love setting everything up.
Yeah, we're off camping in a couple of weeks' time. So here we go. To take you through to next week, this one's been in the songbook for weeks and we never got round to doing it. So a little bit of a So Long Farewell for you. A little bit of Sound of Music. Any Sound of Music fans out there? I did the Sound of Music for a year on the road, the national tour, as a children's musical director, which was great fun. So this one will always give me happy memories of touring the country with the Sound of Music. So grab your songbooks, last page of the songbooks. I've been promising this for weeks. We're going to do it now. So here we go with the actions. Are you ready? Here we go. There's a sad sort of clanging from the clock in the hall and the bells in the steeple too. And up in the nursery an absurd little bird is popping out to say cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Regretfully they tell us, but firmly they compel us to say goodbye to you. You ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. I hate to go and leave this pretty sight. 2, 3. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu, adieu, adieu to you and you and you. 2, 3. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen. I'd like to stay and taste my first champagne. Yes! No! Boo! Christopher Plummer. 2, 3. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. I leave and heave a sigh and say goodbye. Goodbye! Oh, no chance. Here we go, Brigitte. I'm glad to go. I cannot tell a lie. I flit, I float, I fleetly flee, I fly. Here we go, channeling your inner Gretels. The sun has gone to bed and so must I. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, 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 goodbye. There we go. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. As I said, if you like what I do come and join us for a little bit of a post-show debrief on the Carradines Cockney Sing-Alongers webpage. And we shall see you next week, same time, 8:30. And I promise to be on time next week. So I hope you have a great week. Stay safe, and we'll see you then. All the best. Thanks very much.